just in time. We have a banger match today. Our only two 7-0 teams remaining here in EMEA Expert. Let's take a look at our standings. Let's just delve right in. Emptiness, F-Word, both 7-0 coming into this one. And both have already taken down some fairly tough opponents here. You know, not only are both of them undefeated, not only are both of them 7-0. Oh, I do love this look. I wish the entire site went to this look. With the way the schedule has worked out, where it's felt almost Swiss-like here through weeks 3 and 4. When we're talking, you've played yes, Violence, Scared of Women, all in a row. You handed Violence their first loss, and they've continued to lose since. You handed Scared of Women their only loss of the season. We will see them a little bit later on here in the week. Yes, have definitely been putting up, have been turning some heads. Definitely count that amongst, one of these big notable wins here out of Emptiness. And the story from F-Word is looking very, very similar. Where you got your win over Violence most recently. I will say, not as top teams here. Not as top of teams. But you did get the big win over Violence most recently. But they will have some of these, some of these teams that Emptiness have beat, including Rats, Scared of Women, and yes, all coming up this week into next week. I think Emptiness may have gotten some of their toughest matches behind them outside of this match. I think F-Word is kind of the last. I think this is looking a little skewed because some teams, like our teams, have played so many, a variety, anywhere from 7 to 9 games. The way I think of this should read Emptiness, F-Word, Scared of Women, then Rats. But I think of losses. I think number of losses should take precedent, personally. F-Word do have win over Moss, hand Moss one of their few losses of this season. So that would probably be the other notable big one here. So this is a little bit of a tale of two teams as far as if Emptiness can get over this hurdle, the teams at the top of our standings, with a win today, Emptiness would have gone undefeated through all of them. Where I think with F-Word, this is a bit of a proving ground. This is a bit of, no. We belong in these top 3, and we have the chops to take down the likes of Emptiness, Rats, and Sal. Like, this is a tough streak. I mean, NT, yes. Again, I know yes just came out of advance. Still a team not to be underestimated. I expect them to do well. Just from what I've seen of them, I expect them to do well. Of course, Emptiness coming in, kind of playing their own brand of things. Which, you know what? We kind of saw how important that is. Watching OWCS over the weekend, hearing the broadcast talk about Gen.G lacking an identity, like even if it's not meta to find their identity, I think Emptiness has found that in spades, where they very much have their identity, they lean into it, and they are so far undefeated and extremely successful with it. It's a blast to watch. F-Word, this is our first time getting F-Word back on stream since, I believe, our very first match of the season. We get the Winton ban coming in from Emptiness. Go ahead and get that swap for you, get this set up, and get ready to go. All right, Geno ban out of F-Word. It's time to get into week 5. We're kicking off strong. All right, let's do this. 7-0 Emptiness, 7-0 F-Word. Let's go. Let's get into map 1. We're starting off on Oasis. Show me some Overwatch.
Ready for battle. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Okay. The hazard comp coming out. Sand team. immediately going into that. Look at the Lucian carry with the... Obviously, we're going to get the Freya Tracer for both sides. Both teams kind of sticking with the DPS flavor of the month here. Even with the recent nerfs to Freya. We have seen a little bit more of other stuff, but still very Freya dominant here in the meta for both. Good early push. Able to cycle around and just kind of use the slow and steady approach. Santi and company, after giving up first cap for a little bit to the speed, do manage to methodically muscle their way on, steal a point, steal the objective away. Watch the approach and see we're unto position in the back left. A lot of options here for F4 to try to push in. You know, the front door was sealed for a moment. Nevs is going to take a bolt, but does make it in. Nevs taking fire from all directions. Oh, it catches zero. A beautiful little shot just through the cracks there of the jagged wall. Does eventually get caught in by the vortex of biohazard. The hazard is caught. I'm just going to go with Santi. It's Santi, y'all. Biohazard and the hazard, that's too confusing. Too confusing. Considering Rush had been investing here, felt a little late. I might have just been a little distracted. Oh, hey. Good catch. Thank you. Sorry. Name fixed. All right, after swapping over to Oresa, just gets in the face of Santi. Comes back in here and wins the scrappy fight. I mean, you did get a couple ults invested. Both DPS ults were invested from F4 into that engagement. Keep an eye on Neofry build the rest of the sound barrier. The annihilation from Santi, though, could be a massive tilt of the balance here into this fight. Give me a lot of sustain. We'll see how it's used. Nev's trying to get aggressive, pushing in here. A dangerous move. Does get the annihilation out early. Neofried sound barrier does, wow, eventually hit the battlefield. The annihilation just kind of forces everybody to back up a little bit. Pretty well disengaged from there from F4. They're able to re-engage with the Kitsune Rush. Love the placement on that where it covers both the point and the fight out in the courtyard. Oh, but Sasha's gonna get it done with the shots. Win it with accuracy. Never mind the macro, just click heads. Flip comes through, 73-85. Satab with a bolo shot to work with. You see Untu setting up down low coastal side. Neb's very close to this Terra Surge. Oh, hits Neliozu with just a beautiful spear. Pulls in two with the Surge, and Varric gets smashed. Quick pair of kills, and F4 are on track to flip this thing quite flawlessly, I might add. So they stay 5 strong. Plenty of time for a recontest, so we will get one final fight to determine who takes Garden. Untu trying to hold the lot. Does not land the pulse. Meanwhile, out front, Bolo shot was thrown in, but the concerted rush from Neliozu forces everybody from F4 back up a little bit. Both teams kind of with equal footing here, dancing around the center. Flatikia trying to make a move over the top. Lands a bunch of take aims into Santi. They're able to get topped up, though. Even with Nevs coming through. Now a Kitsune Rush. Could this just put on their back foot? This Emptiness, I think, is running out of resources, running out of cooldowns here to try to fight all this pressure. We do get a sound barrier invested from Vera, but not before Satod goes down. Santi runs back onto the point, and an assist with taking Flatty out of the sky. We're getting scrappy here at the back of this fight. Both tanks able to find some kills, 3v2, favoring Emptiness left on this point. Gets the flip, woo! The touch from Nevs just in the nick of time. Neofried was not low enough. Neofried in a bit of trouble out in the corner, trying to dance around, able to make it back in, regroup with the tank, just to get punched in the face there by Santi. Close to an annihilation. May not even need it here with the pulse bomb landing. Nev's a last-ditch effort. Does actually pick up a couple kills in the back of this fight. Nemesis popped, annihilation popped. Santi looking to just outlast here in this extraordinary 99.99 fight. Elongated final battle. Goes the way of Emptiness, and we're only one round into this bad boy.
0 to 1.
My goodness.
Ready for battle.
Let's get this show on the road.
I have some bounties you might want. 5 of them, actually.
See if I can hit that right. Skybox. There it is.
1.
Nailed it. Hey, I'm telling you, you want to test your map knowledge? Back through the map of the camera. All right, both teams pulling out the hazard here with a lot of high ground to play around. No surprise. Clockwise rotation from both of our squads. Nev's grabbed some early high ground and sight lines down towards stairs, but Santi can't let that stand. Has to at least say hello. Nev's still up here, though. Okay, Santi's got to back up. Nev's immediately follows. You're going to try to block some sightlines with a jagged wall, but had their own healing denied. This fight kind of continues to rotate around. Good rotation from Emptiness. They try to capitalize on a isolated Flatty. Good jagged wall at the back of Nevs, trying to see if they can get some sightlines there with their healers. Does look like they're able to get within some of those Afuda from Rare. DPS from F-Word are moving towards jump pad side. Nev's in a bit of trouble. Swift step in from Rare and the Suzu to save them until rejoins in a split second. In the blink of an eye, the entirety of F-Word converge on what was looking like a very vulnerable Nevs. Whether it was a bait or just an opportunistic move, either way, this fight's still going with no kills, but a very low Satan in the back. But it's Santu who comes up with first blood. Satan's able to answer back on a Rare 4v3, favoring Emptiness on this point. Exacerbated by a kill from Zero, make it 2. We are in for a banger, y'all. Holy shit. That was just, I mean, every single one of these team fights seems toe-to-toe. Micro movements making a difference, you know. One step out of position. Flatty could have been the first to go down, but a really good PL from the rest of the team. Same thing happens with Nevs a little bit later on. Once again, valuing the high ground, it's... Ooh, a beautiful stick! The swift step to save them! What a move out of the backline, but Untu is still going to hunt down Satan. But the downpour comes in from Santi. Isn't enough to swing it. Ooh, actually, a downpour was thrown in by both. Heavy investments on both sides. F-Word, come out on top. Sound barriers held onto from both sides. Zero playing on the left flank, the rest of the team pushing back towards stairs. Here comes Nevs trying to intercept. Ooh, in a bit of an awkward spot. Rare swift step in and can just get right at their back. Oh, I thought I saw, it was like a weird little distance. Like, it felt like F-Word kind of backed up for no reason. Verid ends up dying. Not sure how that happened. So now we've got an interesting little grouping of 6 and 3 teams here behind what is the top 3. Oh, we're back live. Check in with Verret, because it looked like Verret was the one that kind of randomly died. I'm guessing like tried to roll out and lagged and just went right off the side. That would be my guess, because that you can see the roll up that we just saw there. But it was, I don't know, like it felt like it was in the mid-fight. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there, friends. Unclear. That's a pulse coming in. Unto not able to win. That was a deep pulse. Still in a bit of a 1v2 there towards the left-hand side. Is able to blink back in the cover of Rare. Kitsune rush available. Everybody's kind of coming down the direction. I half expected it to be thrown in. Okay, we're going to use it in response. But Satan able to pick up one with the bolo shot. Neliozu picks up on two as well. Still feels like this team is disengaging, but the flip has come through. Nev's hoping to just trade out here in the back, but Verret's not going to let it happen. No tank trades. Getting out of the sound barriers in this fight. Now, ooh, that's a huge pick. What an early advantage. 70%, this should prompt a disengage. Yeah, I think F-Word is just trying to get out of here without any further losses, but great sights there from Satan. Hits a tank aim on to Flaticu. Downpour, toss it from Nev. Sound barrier from Neofried. Verret only hits themselves. Oh no, that could be disastrous. Flaticu is already able to pick up one. Touch onto the point here from F-Word. Pulls trying to swing this back, but Zero does not hit the mark. Flaticu's in a bit of trouble. Ends up kind of forced into a 1v3. The rest of F-Word trying to pressure. Does have a bit of a mismatch on the point for the moment, but not able to lock down Santi. In fact, they're still at full health. Nevs will fight Zero, though. A couple of good shots and a well-placed jagged wall. Nevs gives up the chase onto Santi. Decides to go try to cut off the back line. Puts themselves in a little bit of a 1v2 here. But here comes the cavalry. Todd taken out of their ultimate. The bullet shot does not land. Effort return with a Sombra to put all the pressure down onto Santi's Hazard. The Suzu in last-ditch effort to try to find something here at the end. But there's no more ultimates left on the board here for Emptiness. F-Word looking to force us on over to University. Unto cleaning up on the back of the fight. Yellow bar is still going here as a touch from Verret. We'll extend this. Kitsune rush now tossed in from Rare. Emptiness do not want to give this up. Certainly will not go quietly. Love the tenacity. Love the perseverance. You force the check here from F-Word, but F-Word are able to stay on top of it. The focus fire looks on point. They hunt down Satan. Finally get the yellow ring. Oh, I forgot to give y'all Preds. I'll give y'all Preds. Here. Honestly, this one's close enough. Still worth Predding. Still worth Predding.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Super fast. You get 1 minute, Preds. It's honestly just so they're there. And to keep me in the habit. Keep me in the habit. Okay. Santi goes back into the ram. Stan with a good angle. Able to get it over the top. You think I was supposed to say shut up too? That's an odd. Ooh! Nice tank aim. Bolt landed from Satan there. Okay, Antu working in the back line. Nev's pushed onto the point. Was able to get to the opposite choke. Was in a very precarious spot right now. Oh, that pressure. Sandy's the one who should have been watching out. We heard the bullet shot come in from Satad, but didn't see anything in the feed. Now being chased here as Nev's just barely misses on an energy jab. Everybody left on point is food for fodder. Or fodder for F word. Guys, hello. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody being here. Zero looking for a little high ground maneuver. Wolf finds a vulnerable flat Q in the back. It is traded. 4v4 with that extra rush. Just putting a lot of pressure in. Santi saved by the sound barrier. Well played there out of Verret. Neofry does answer. Zero drops a beautiful pulse. I believe that actually stuck on to Nevs. Neofry gets the broad of it, though. And this could be enough for a flip. Can Flaticue swing this? Oh, I don't think so. Santi's just too resilient. Barely caught Milio Zuzuing out. The pulse bomb there. Captain keeping Emptiness on top here in this round 3. All right, what's going on over here? It's Annihilation bullet shot combo on a Zatan. Santi ends up just mowing through 3 of them. Ripping through those health bars with the tendrils. That will just about do it. That final fight was exactly what Emptiness needed. The beautiful combo. So, you know, Zatan not able to find much purchase with the bullet shot in this last third submap until the very end. That final one looked to really just yank everyone together into the Annihilation. The combo I don't think anybody expected. Emptiness will grab Oasis in the 1-0 lead. Ginny Creations, thank you for the follow. Uh-oh.
Play of the game.
I am impartial. Go good, Overwatch. There you go, Carefully. I love it. I love it. Circuit pick here out of F word. They're also going to swap sides here. Get that fixed for you. Freya bad coming in from F4. Oh, was there an Ajax there in that big combo at the end? Makes sense, makes sense. I didn't quite catch it, but I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm in no way surprised. I mean, honestly, the map kind of went as far as it was gonna go. I mean, it wasn't quite a 99.99, but I don't know if I'd quite call it spoilers. It's like mini spoilers. Mini spoilers. Zero. Speaking of Zero, let's look at some stats. Zero had most elims on the team, but it's Unto. It's Unto who comes up with most damage in the most elims in the lobby. Oh, we do get Cynic coming in for Verret. For Emptiness. Zenyatta ban out of Emptiness as well. OBS, why are we breaking? Try that again. Thank you. OBS being stubborn today. Santi and Emptiness sticking with the remote here. Oh, we're kind of lagging a little bit. Ooh, whoa, whoa! Did y'all see that? Yeah, you can see the errors in the top left. Oh, I don't know. I hope that's just me. Everybody's kind of jittery. Look at the cart. I hope that's just me and not the players. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go in first person with it like that. That'll give you all motion sickness. I assume this is just on my end, and I just kind of didn't get a good connection there. Despite a great wall out of Unto, look at that counter. Wow, Zatan and company just mowed went into that. My goodness. And it was such a good wall. Alright, is this clearing it all? This is not clearing it all. I may have to, like, leave and come back. We'll see what happens in this team fight. Because this isn't really watchable. That Unto repays the easy in chat to Santi. This time, Santi bit off more than they can chew. Alright, this is gonna be the cap. Alright, I'm gonna try to leave and come back. Oh, it looks a little better. Yeah, it's definitely better. It's definitely better. I don't think it's super fluid, but it's definitely better. Yeah, I just had I somehow got a weird connection with the Blizzard servers. That's all right. We're back. We're back. 2:30 on the clock here for F4 to play with. Ooh, 1-2 goes down immediately, though. We have obviously seen a swap as no longer have the Sigma on the battlefield. And that has gone into the eraser. The easies have continued, though. We are still getting the easies up top. I'm not getting any drop frames or anything. I don't think it's an internet issue. Because it's still acting a little funky. I think it's just a connection to this server. Oh well. Good hold from the defense. Rare did try to use the amplification matrix in that. Sorry, I've been paying attention more to the tech stuff on this. Emptiness does lose Santi through that exchange, but they're going to make it back here. Buck 20 left to go. Rare to swap over to an Ana after using that amplification matrix. Oh god, that is hard to watch. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not sure why Santi ends up down there. but way overstepped. Speaking of, Unto eats a volley of torpedoes. And that death is actually not good. That trade is not good. There's only 3 players here for F4. They actually really needed their Genji up here. What was there, a 4th on the outside? Oh, okay, there's where. Okay, I was wondering. Still, Orbital started onto the point. We're gonna get a blade out from 0. Come on, server, hold on long enough for this blade. I mean, that is, it's like if you gave Genji blinks. Unto swapping over to a fire here for this final fight to try to push into the hotel. Santi has nowhere to go, has no choice but to try to hold. Does get that shield up in time, though. Able to prolong their stay on this objective. Ooh, good boop off. Almost C9'd it. But the Nano comes back in. Nemesis form popped here from Santi. Leaving Nelio Zoo to touch the point as Santi briefly went to go find a kill in the back line. Nevs will eventually get wrought down by the Nanolation, leaving nobody else on the point. Flaticue a touch late on the contest.
Score 0.
It'll be as far as F4 will get here.
Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
So Cynic once again showing us another flex support here.
4,
I had Cynic listed as a main support. Is that wrong?
1. Attackers.
Is this specifically for this kind of double flex support look?
Stop the payload.
We are getting the same out of the other side. Of course, in this instance, we are just getting Neofrat kind of flexing to the Juno here. That nade did not hit Santi. Could have been dangerous with as extended as Santi is on that barricade. But not getting purple, a huge boon. And Nevs kind of got stuck because I think it was hoping that purple would land. Oh, someone gets out around the corner. Honestly, you can't believe it. Saddam was distracted and actually picks up Unto, so still valuable. Still valuable use of the railgun and the shots there out of Satan. But Nevs lives to fight another day, or at least another fight. Speedering engaged, looking to turn that corner. Big shot landed on the Flaticue. They're still trying to back up, find some cover. Not a whole lot of it. Pushing up this hill. Just got leaping around, bouncing back and forth. Looking for an angle around that shield, but there's not much to be found. Watch for the barrage. Yep, there it is. Rare was watching for it too, though. Ant Matrix from the high ground. And the orbital right over the point. quick hold out of the defense. What a move. What a move there out of Rare. Rare had that one tracked all the way. Read that one perfectly. I did that already. I'm going to do it again after this map. That's what I was doing when I went back to... When I left the map the first time. I went back to the content screen. I was restarting the game. I didn't just, like, leave the lobby and come back in. I had to restart the game to get the invite. Orbital throw it in over the front corner. Blizzard just kind of denying a little bit of value, although the orbital does persist through, and Zatad finds a wide flank with the Kitsune now tossed in on the back of that OC after the OC fades. Beautiful layering of ultimates. Orbital into overclock, into Kitsune rush, into annihilation. One after another. Still, there's resistance shown here from Emptiness. Oh, that was a late, excuse me, from F-word. Late pop of that annihilation. Card contested with less than a meter to go, but not just a couple of supports. Got kick going F first person. It's fine, we work with what we got. We'll find some cool third person angles to play with. Love a good cinematic camera. Another Ant Matrix out of Rare. Oh, doesn't need it to find Todd. My goodness. Not a double flex support comp, it's a triple DPS comp. And it's not even the Yari. There's the Ant Matrix, top of the hill, very well placed. Whoop. Ooh, good move from Zero. Honestly, worthy sacrifice. The way Rare's been playing, absolute worth. Now let's see if Santi can do anything with it. If you just try to push up this hill. It's Todd fighting from a grave disadvantage. Suzu has to be used just to save them from the shots of Unto over the top. Orbital right now tossed in from the defense, going right down the hill, right at Santi. Both Unto and Nevs turn around to find that kill, and the defense holds with a little less than 2 minutes to go. Yep. No one gets out of there alive. Nevs was up there trying to deliver, you know, some Amazon or something. An orbital on an Emptiness and Zatad, and ultimate thrown in as well here to try to finish off the last of this point. It's going to be an annihilation from Nevs to try to hold. Now a 3v5. Zero's Blade already has done enough. And it looks like Nevs is just going to be trying to push out solo here. A lone effort. Trying to hold the cart. One man versus the world. Unto has a blade on this point. Cuts through Cynic. It cuts through Zero as well. The defense shows back up. Rare's in a bit of trouble. Todd will get cut down. Now those who almost C9s it, but Neofried holds the line. The defense stands tall with 18 seconds to go. 3 meters separates us from a tied game or an Emptiness match point. Won the last fight. No ultimates. Couple of swaps. More Wrecking Ball on the battlefield. Ant Matrix up, Zero gets the touch. Nevs is able to pick up a kill on a Zero. That's one of your rotators already down. Second rotator down. That should just do it. Nobody else able to cycle in and off this objective long enough for, you know, the kills to come through. And F-word, hold the line. Unto gets the last easy in chat here from map 2. We're all tied up.
Play of the game.
I am going to go ahead and relaunch Overwatch. I still think that's a good idea. Suravasa pick out of Emptiness. Ooh, and a Reaper ban. Okay. Okay. Interesting ban. They are going to be attacking. I'm going to go and swap that as well. All right. Y'all enjoy some stats. I get Overwatch launch back open again. Emptiness putting out more damage, but couldn't convert that into a map win. It's going to be a Ramatra ban in from F-word. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so what do we see out of Nebs here?
Ready for battle.
Not in at one apiece, just the way we like it.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Yeah, we're still having connection issues.
Initial.
You can hear the way Athena counted. So full rotation around the outside is Emptiness forego the fight on the stairs. Don't want to go head to head against the Oasis. Smart move. And with the Ramatra banned out, we see FACEIT was trying to play off that hazard, but just stood no chance. Nebs lands the spear. Plethora of shots. Seemingly, pretty routine first cap there from F4 in that one. At least it's a little better. There's still definitely, we're losing some frames. But it's not headache inducing in first person. I mean, it's still a little weird. Oh my god. Okay. Looked like the bullets were firing backwards into the gun, out of Verit's head, into Unto's weapon. All right, stair side rotation. Here for the third fight. Dead out of Unto, just keeping that side clear at 97%. It's a good idea. I mean, she uses deny a touch. You do get a rotation in from the back, so Verit and Zero make their way on to the point, and Unto actually picks up Nelly. I think that's gonna be the only kill for him in this fight, though. Emptiness threatening a flip there as the two come through the back. Oh, the Satang went down. That Kitsune rush coming online. I didn't see Rare having that. It was still close to that rush. And that will be the difference maker. Flatic able to chase out 3 there at the very end of the fight. And our lag woes continue. Now, should leave, with the investment of the last fight from F4, this should leave Emptiness with this clear Kitsune Rush advantage. Suzu seemed well timed. Neo Fright still gets a boop off of that, though, on to Nelio's here. Maybe just the final blow. Although it looked like the damage was nullified from the Suzu. Maybe it was late. Hard to tell here with a little bit of the, some tech issues we're seeing here. It's hard to see the timing on that. Hey, either way, the combo gets it done, or the Terror Surge gets it done. Hey, there's that Kitsune Rush we were talking about. Rare's almost caught back up with another one. Santi is able to fight up to, though. Really seemingly the first bit of success out of the hazard. Nice move there. I mean, kind of glitchy around a little bit, but the downpour, catch Rare in the back line. Haven't really had a chance to touch on the cast here. I find it interesting considering, the Freya is not banned. It was a Reaper ban out of Emptiness. But hey, Unto has found some success with it. And this is going to be his second flashpoint, excuse me, here out of F-Word. Let's take a look.
Next flashpoint, Palace.
Unto 11-2 so far. And even though Satan's put out more damage, feels like Unto's having a bigger impact. Both teams kind of catching each other en route to Palace here. Both kind of retreat to their separate corners. A little high ground rotation. F-Word trying to cut the gap here. Woo! Nice little catch on to Zero. Said he had swapped off the hazard, decides to try to match the Eraser, but Unto with just the incredible damage output, the consistent kills on the back of this damage out of the Cassidy. And again, we're seeing Satan outpace as far as raw damage. Really, now 15-2 here on the cast. Nev's sitting 19-1. Nevs has been an unkillable force. Pulse doesn't even brush the hat of Unto. Didn't even have to combat roll. Uses that combat roll aggressively to follow up on this Terror Surge. F-Word are looking moisturized and in their lane here on Suravasa. An Emptiness map pick, and F-Word have pushed them all the way up to the Do Not Enter sign. Gold Star touching the spawn door. Nev's coming up with late picks. Swaps out of Emptiness to try to get back onto this point. That was Unto is able to cancel the sound barrier. Throws in a dead eye. Finds a kill on to Zero. Unto taking over. And that was a big Ajax. Unto with a huge map. And a 3-0 on Suravasa out of F-Word. Yep, that was the AJ at the end. Yeah. It was a rolling fan to hammer, too, to cancel the sound barrier. Wow. Okay. I mean, for as close as these maps have been, I was not expecting that would be quite so one-sided. I mean, you take the Ramantra out of Santi. You take the Ramantra out. And Santi did not have an answer there for Nebzarisa. So now it's another similar style as far as map design. But you know, I fully anticipate Santi to go into that Ramatra. Almost makes you wonder if, I mean, that Reaper band seemed like a throwaway band. I mean, perhaps a DPS protect is, you know, more likely, but would a tank protect have served them better? It's a break band here for map 4. Take a look at some stats. Imagine very dominant stats as Nevs did not die. Get that brig band plugged in. Unto ends up 22-2. When we first looked, it was 11-2. Excuse me. Sneezing fit. Ah, Christina coming through with a dad joke. Let's see what I got for you. Let's see what I got for you. Why did the rapper think the sidewalk when getting his music award? Why it kept him off the street? There you go, Christina. That one was for you. That one was for you. UK. Thank you for the follow. All right, we're still getting lineups finalized here. We're not expecting any roster changes. And this is going to get bloody. I'm fully anticipating a Orisa Ram matchup here. Probably have both teams lean back into the Freya. Although I say that, Unto's cast was so nasty in that matchup. Now, will it find the same value, you know, against the Ramatra? I mean, it was pretty good at muscling down the tank. But there's a lot more range to work with on Runasapi. Runasapi is a lot more, has a lot longer sight lines than Suravasa. That is one thing. Despite both being kind of wide ground and pound maps with a lot of different avenues to play with, longer sight lines on Runasapi for sure. Genji ban. It's a Genji ban out of F word.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Let's see how it looks. Unto is sticking with the cast here. Oh, and Santi actually pulling out something completely different. Okay. This is something we saw a lot over the weekend. When we've seen becoming more and more prevalent in OWCS with, you know, the Diva really rising to prominence. I think of it kind of more as a counter to the Freya or in response to the Freya. But I could definitely see it still working here. Although Unto sneaks in with an opening pick on top of the food truck there, finds the angle on to Verret, taking him down inside. Verret dives right there in the middle. Santi will get demech'd. F-word in control of all sides. Unfortunately, I don't think the server connection is good enough to do much first person here. We'll try a little bit. Maybe we just stick it with the hit scans. Speaking of hit scans, it's Todd coming up with that bowl of shot. Consider Rush tossed in over the corner, trying to get this checkpoint out of F-word. I think the bowl of shot hit Rare, judging by the health bar in the back, but with the Kitsune Rush, you know, they could not afford or could not risk trying to push in, follow up on that kill. N2 is able to kill Zero anyway. And we get more progress here. F-word rolling from that 3-0 momentum on Suravasa, and 2 continues to be a menace here on the Cassidy. Neofrog with a monstrous lead in the sound barrier, but Neliozu is right here with the Kitsune Rush to try to answer. Deadeye holds him off for a little bit while Nevs gobbles up a pulse bomb. Unto eats a take aim, but great heals coming through. Now that Neofrag sound barrier, that lead showing its head. Headshots landing on the Verret means they're not going to be able to answer. You're not going to be able to play your own music into this one. Well, Santi is remeching in the back. Zatan, Nelly, Zero all fall to the Peacekeeper of Unto. Seven 0, 3,200 damage. Hey. You says Verret Ajax 100%. And it's an important ultimate into this fight. This sound barrier could be the difference between this map just being over, the series just being over or not. Zero fights first pick, though. That's another good way to start it off. No Ajax on this one, despite Flaticue kind of like being right in Verret's face as that beat comes down. Tank trades. Zero Todd able to kind of hold the line here. Verret coming up with some good final blows there at the end. We will not get a lightning fast Runasapi. Oh, throw it in just to try to save the take, and it ends up getting popped. Nelly drops to the Deadeye as they're trying to throw that Kitsune Rush out. And it felt like things just went a little south there for Emptiness on that one. You know, I don't know if they were wanting to engage with the Kitsune Rush or how exactly the timing of that worked out, but Santi comes under so much duress that it kind of felt like a last-ditch effort. And Nelyazu going down as the rush comes in. Now that continues to snowball with the sound barrier being thrown in over the top. Zero's barrage got completely canceled there by the Jav, and the damage negated by the sound barrier. Good recall out of Flaticue to avoid the damage of the tank aim, but there is still a pick on the Rare in the back, but not before they can get their Kitsune Rush down. Still a good bolo shot out of Zatan. Denies any value out of that one. So once again, Emptiness hole right in front of their front door. We get another pause. This one coming from F-word. Oh, we're right back in. Flaticue on the flank. Zero is still coming back from spawn. Watch for Zero to come in and catch Flaticue from behind. Yep, there it is. Forces out the recall. Zero and Verret are going to chase that down. Meanwhile, Santi just kind of slowing the roll, knows they're dealing with the tracer in the back, so is currently holding the corner alongside Neliozu. Neliozu dancing, and eventually Flaticue is picked off. Good yank on the Terror Surge. That boop out of Neofried actually kind of doomed them, because it ends up yanking Neofried and Nevs way out of cover because of that Terror Surge. So a fortuitous turn of events that Emptiness really needed here. You win. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a great stream, my friend. Those that's just joining us, we're having a little bit of server connection issues here with the EMEA servers, so please bear with us if you see a little bit of lagginess. Otherwise, you know, we're looking at an extremely close 1-1 between these two squads, but F-Word just raced through Suravasa in a 3-0 on Emptiness map pick. Have a massive lead here to try to close out the series. Nev's opening this fight with a Terra Surge, but there's double support ultimates in from Emptiness to help carry them over the line. So for the first time, it feels like in a couple of maps, we get back-to-back fight wins out of Emptiness. Yeah, that's the jitteriness I'm talking about, sorry. It's been going on for a couple of maps now. It's just, whatever reason, I've got a bad connection with the Blizzard servers or something. Oh, it's really bad at the moment, huh? Santi gets cornered. Untu gets their ultimate canceled, though. So without a tank, does the Emptiness have the sustain to last in this fight? You can see Nev's just absorbing so much aggro, so much damage. Zero just stalling on the bot. Try to get some reinforcements in before this thing gets too carried away. Emptiness were unable to get the checkpoint, so they don't have close spawns. Everybody way back there. F-Word happy to just leave TS1. Double support ults for F-Word. 2 minutes to go. Santi has to use both cooldowns to back up to the corner. Swift step out of Neliozu, but Zatat and Verret are not able to escape the pincer on coast. Now Flaticue pushes up towards the high ground. No Zero's backing away. Oh, so difficult to watch, sorry. Flaticue forced out of the 1v2. Meanwhile, back on the front line. Sound barrier from F-Word. Try to close this out. There's a sound barrier landed amidst the Terra Surge. I know that was a little glitchy looking. Verret low. Needs to stay alive through this. Zatat's able to find Untu. It's a good start. Swift step out from Neliozu to escape Nevs. Oh, and Nevs, while trying to punish, is interrupted out of their own jab. So once again, another great holdout of Emptiness in the back of their point, but once again playing from the back foot.
60 seconds remaining.
I was about to say, I think Verret and Zero are already off on a mission. Indeed, they're trying to control this mega side here by the monument. Or the statue, whatever that is. Flaticue once again opening up. Flaticue and Untu. I feel like it's just gotten better and better as this series has gone on. They have just ramped up. Every map they've found a new gear. Where I was barely saying their name on map 1. Flaticue and Untu have taken over here in the past couple maps. Guyver, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you.
10 seconds remaining.
Big pressure into the back line. Verret solo beats just to try to get back to the bot. We do get a touch at the end, but Zero goes down. Untu covering everybody with the Deadeye. Oh, they push the bot forward enough for Neliozu to get another touch. F-Word prolonging the pain and suffering of Emptiness here as they hand them their first defeat of the season. F-Word come out on top, 3-1. And Emptiness almost make it through the entire upper bracket, upper part of the bracket. Unscathed until they run into F-Word here at the very end. And now F-Word, they're pushing into a massive push with a lot of confidence where they're going to have to play Rats, Scared of Women, and I believe Yes Yes, all coming up. And they're able to go in those matches with a head full of steam here on the back of seemingly the toughest opponent in the division. Man, this shakes things up. This truly shakes things up. Look at some stats there. Unto and Flaticue. Flaticue with fewest deaths. Most elims in the lobby. Tied with 0, mind you, but still. Flaticue also had, Unto had most damage on that one. Oh, no, I say that. Zatan took most damage. Both of those DPS able to out-damage the tanks. Both tanks, for that matter. Oh, it's impressive to see from your hit scan. I mean, again, that makes sense on that map. You know, a lot of angles to play with. Both hit scans having a big impact. But man, Unto, I stand by it. Really, both Unto and Flaticue coming into their own more and more as that map went on, as that match went on. I think I would actually give Unto player of the match. That important turnaround on Runasapi was so instrumental. And, you know, where Zatan's impact was enormous in the first 2 maps and keeping these super close. You can see Zatan leading in damage, I believe, for both of these maps. Oh, no, the tanks did lead, of course, on control. But as far as DPS, Zatan was absolutely head and shoulders above the rest of the lobby until Unto. I mean, even damage-wise, like, still Zatan was having that level of impact. But Unto comes in and starts taking over. So you see Zatan go from 30 and 6 in map 2 on circuit to 5 and 7 on Suravasa. With Unto going 22 and 2. GG's!